Tuscaloosa folks are now rolling in for the Evanescence concert that's happening right here at the Mercedes-Benz Amphitheater tonight. Sky conditions, you can see it is completely clear right over Tuscaloosa, but need to watch to the north in case there is one of those brief showers that tries to move to the south. But if you are about to head out to the show, you can see through 10 o'clock temperatures there in the 70s. A lot of concerts. We got football coming up as well for this weekend. And the big story for the weekend, hot afternoons. And this is one of those days coming up. Notice Saturday at Bryant-Denny, also at Jordan-Hare. South Alabama's at Auburn. You got 11:45 kickoff at Auburn, 11 o'clock kickoff in Tuscaloosa. 80-degree temperatures by the fourth quarter. It is going to be hot in there, and I mean, I'm talking sunshine overhead, no clouds to really help us out. So that stadium will heat up in a hurry. So dress for the occasion. Make sure you pack on the sunscreen. It is going to be a hot, especially by the fourth quarter, a hot weekend for some college football. As we look at the forecast for Friday, though, getting you ready here, we did include a tiny chance for maybe a few sprinkles again for the afternoon, just a 10 to 20% chance late in the day. Otherwise, you can see the morning still not too bad. Pleasantly warm to start the day, and those afternoon temperatures heating up close to 90 degrees. And also the wind tomorrow out of the north at about 5 to 10. So we're still in that north flow. And one thing that we noticed today is a little bit hazy over Birmingham. We're seeing some of that Canadian wildfire smoke again drifting south across the eastern part of the country, so that has caused a little bit of haze, maybe a slight impact on those air quality levels. So just giving you the first alert. But it is Thursday, and that means today we get an updated drought monitor, and as no surprise, those conditions starting to worsen across Alabama. Meteorologist Megan Thomas standing by to give us an update on how that has changed.
If you're looking for widespread, heavy downpours, you are going to have to travel because the southeast just is not going to be dealing with that for at least the next 7, maybe even 10 days. Sure, there may be a passing shower late tonight, for example, or maybe even by the middle of next week, but good old heavy widespread rain for at least the next 7 days just not gonna be happening. Look at what the rain totals stand for the month of September so far. We're just shy of 2/10 of an inch in Birmingham, 8/10 in Tuscaloosa and Anniston, just over 1/10 of an inch of rain. Now I want to focus on Birmingham. We average right around 4 inches of rain for this month, and being the 11th day into the month, with a dry week ahead and potentially maybe up to 10 days, I can just assume that we're probably going to be below that 4-inch average total. Now, this isn't great news because heading into October, that typically is our driest month where we average just a little over 3 inches of rain. Looking at the drought, it's only going to get worse as time goes on. From this week to next week, it probably is going to go up as well. But look at even comparing last week's drought monitor to this week's. Right now, we've got a moderate drought for portions of Pickens, Greene, all of Hale, and Tuscaloosa County. And you'll notice how we're now abnormally dry up and through Lamar, Marion, Fayette, and even Walker and Jefferson County. Now, comparing the last couple of years from September 2023, 2024, and 2025. 2024 definitely takes the cake for the driest September. But look, we're on our way. I mean, we're filling in that western portion of the state to be abnormally dry. So we need the rain around here. It's only going to get worse with moderately to abnormally dry conditions. Marengo County, underneath that category 3, it's a severe drought going on back down through places like Demopolis and down to Linden. And you may be thinking, well, Tuscaloosa is abnormally to moderately dry, but you're in the surplus. For the 2025, you've picked up over 42 inches of rain. So that just goes to show you we need the rain. We need that surplus each and every year. Even though the average sits about 38, we're still technically very, very dry. So fingers crossed that we get some rain around here to help mitigate the drought conditions.
Oh, thanks, Megan. Well, listen, we want to take you all beyond the 7-day forecast. And I know Megan was explaining that we don't have a whole lot of rain in the days ahead, but we do have more heat. We're tracking above average temperatures as we approach closer to the end of this month, September 17th through the 21st. This is our temperature outlook showing above average temperatures for almost all of the United States. And yes, that includes us right here across the southeast and central Alabama. But what about precipitation? Well, here at home, dealing with more below average as far as rainfall goes, September 17th through the 21st. And as we look across the United States, it looks like most of the United States dealing with above average rain, but we're not included in that. So expect more dry conditions to continue as we move closer to the end of this month. But of course, this is still that beyond the 7-day forecast. Things can and possibly will change. So we'll keep you updated right here in the First Alert Weather Center. Well, I want to take you over to our 10-day forecast. Here's a quick look at it. We'll talk more about it in just a second. But first, Wes, we got to show these pictures.
Yeah, got to show some pictures and a lovely sunrise in Okeechobee, Florida. Thanks to Teresa Strange for sending it to us. See that weather app? It works anywhere, right?
It sure does. This one is a picture of a sunset in Navarre, Florida, in the western part of the Florida Panhandle. Thanks to Scott Armstrong for sending that picture to us.
Navarre Beach. And take a look at this sunrise pic from Gadsden. That's the Southside Bridge you see there. Thanks to Lexi Darnell for sending it to us on the First Alert Weather app.
And Wes, and you guys too, you know where you can send those pictures in? To our app. Download the First Alert Weather app. You can share your pictures right there from your mobile device. It's a free app to download right in your Google or Apple store. You may see your pictures featured during First Alert Weather Extra, you know, right here, 6:30, Monday through Friday. Wes.
You know, normally I get a lot of, we get the sunset and all those videos, but today it's been rain. I noticed a video from Holly Pond, someone sent me on Twitter, absolutely poured there in Coleman County earlier this afternoon.
I know they're
that we will
glad.
share. But let's see, I'm going to step over to the side so you can see the 10-day forecast. And Tania, you just finished, you were talking about the weather app, plugging these numbers in, because that's what we do here. We actually put the numbers in our app. So make sure you have the WBRC app. But it looks like next week, this drought just continues with the dry ground. We're going to see highs back in the mid-90s, it looks like Monday through Tuesday.
Oh yeah, listen, it's going to be pretty hot. We're talking about, easily being in the mid to upper 90s, closing out the summer season.
Yeah.
But hey, all the more reason for people to get those last minute summer vacations in. I think that's why so many people were in Florida and enjoying some of those warm conditions while we still have them.
Listen, I still love summer, but you can hang on to those soupy days, right? Listen, we got a lovely view out there from Red Mountain this evening. We got some baseball on WBRC, but we will see you back after the game on Channel 6.